and he's only been a month in space, and he's like, no, killing auto insurance, this is forever money. The best example I can give to that person yesterday was like, money's not forever. This industry has no forever money.
LFG, bon dia. Check it out. I want to make Ian Fernando. We're talking about the incomplete guide to affiliate marketing. You've been doing this. How long you been in affiliate marketing? A couple decades, right?
I've been in the industry for 2002, full-time 2004, 2005. So 20 years plus.
This is a fucking crazy industry, man. I mean, ups are like this. You think you're invincible. I was there a couple years ago. Then I talked about the fucking downs, man.
Everybody talks about these highs, but nobody tells you like, dude, Dave, I got $400 in the bank. Can you spare me like at least $1,000 so I can try to set up a campaign and flip that? Nobody talks about that. I'm the only person, I believe, I talk about the downs in the industry because it is so bad. Because for me, it's happened to me twice.
How do you manage that, right? Because I don't want to have a scarcity mindset where I'm thinking, you know, whoa, but I also don't want to be a fucking spendthrift and just blow through everything. Like,
I think there's a factor that you have to allow yourself to say no. What is my time concept and productivity, right? It's an important question. You have to ask yourself.
What's the biggest mistakes new affiliate marketers get through?
So I think the biggest mistake is
LFG, bon dia. Check it out. I want to make Ian Fernando. The guy's from all over. He's digital nomad. He's fucking been in Jersey. He's been in Colombia. Now he's in Brazil.
I live in Brazil.
He lives in Brazil. We're talking about the incomplete guide to affiliate marketing. Your clicks, your wealth, the untapped opportunity awaits. I love this. Listen, I heard a lot of good things about this book. And the thing about affiliate marketing, digital marketers, is that bad news and good news spreads fucking fast, right? And bad news spreads faster than anything. But there are a lot of good stuff about this book, so I want to talk about this a lot.
I think it does. That's coming from my own experience, right? So I can't tell. Like even at Colombiacon, the last one we had this year, people were talking about the book. I'm like, oh my god! Like,
yeah, I know. I heard. That's where I heard the buzz. Like,
yeah, like,
it was great.
Shit, thank you. I'm like, I was so appreciative about it. I mean, but the book is more like the basics of marketing. Because marketing, if you can't evolve from like a POF or Facebook to a native to Google, then you're just a stagnant marketer. What this book really teaches you is like foundation and how to look at math, how to look creative, how to do a copy, and that's what I aimed the book for. Because I don't like all these gurus out here talking about, yo, here's the blueprint to make $1 million, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. That's the book that's not for you. I mean, it's definitely like a foundation, like cash advertising. Like I want to be like cash advertising for affiliate marketing. It's like,
no, and I love it because you've been in the trenches. It's not like you're someone that just started this. I went to, you know who Jesse Itzler is?
I've heard a name.
Yeah, so Jesse Itzler, he's about 53 years old. The guy's got crazy stories, man. He's got bought private jet companies, man. He created the check, go New York, go for the Knicks.
Yeah.
He started that shit back in the 90s before anyone fucking knew him. Like, he's got these crazy stories. So I went to one of his masterminds like 3 or 4 years ago in Georgia, in the middle of the fucking mountains. Crazy shit.
Georgia, Europe, or
no, Georgia, America, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he also owns Atlanta Hawks. He's like a part owner of Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, dude, okay, I know you're talking.
His wife invented Spanx.
Yeah.
She's like multi-billion dollars and very humble people hanging out with these guys. Like, listen, you got all these fucking gurus online. Some of them are 25, 22, and no disrespect to them, but you don't really know shit till you get 40. I'm 51. I've been through all this shit, man. I've been sued. I've done this, I've done that. And I think that's the thing is like, you've been doing this. How long you been in affiliate marketing? A couple decades, right? I mean, I'm not, but
somebody, one of my good friends the other day, yesterday, like, meet Ian Fernando. He's been in this industry for 70 years.
70 years?
Motherfucker, I'm not even 40 years old, motherfucker. Dude, but I've been in the industry for I think 2002, full-time 2004, 2005. So 20 years plus, right? You know, so I always say on my list,
20 years in this industry is like 70 years. So maybe I think it's subconsciously. No, but that's a good thing, honestly.
No.
Because it is, I always say it's like fucking dog years. I've been doing this, I've been in call centers at sales calls in 2003. I got in digital marketing in 2015. But bro, I feel like I've been doing this shit for 50 years. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know what it is, because it always brings me back to like any business I do, from like software to Nutra to maybe like any of my digital products. When I start building a team, right, I get into the cosmetics of like creating a company and hiring employees and HR. I don't like any of that. That's why I always go back to affiliate marketing, which I don't know if it's a bad or a good thing for me, because, for example, like when I had my Nutra business, after like a couple years, we had 15 people. Everybody was dating each other in the fucking room. And I'm like, Everybody's arguing. We need HR.
Cheers, by the way.
So let me pop the beer. Let me pop the beer. There you go. Cheers, cheers, cheers. The one thing I hate about business in general is it takes me away from my skill set, right? Like where I like to create and build. I'm a builder. I'm a creator. That's why I relate with Samar a lot with AI and all that stuff, right? One thing takes me away from that where I have to go to that bank and dude, I need to talk about a merchant. Why don't we get the deposit? That's not me. And I don't like that part. Like, I remember having a Nutri business in 2013 to almost 2016. I literally walked in the office and within one day, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fire everybody because I hate this business. And I celebrated my birthday 2 days later, right? But that's me. That's me because I'm not into, I like growth. Don't get me wrong. But I don't like the politics of a business, right? HR, people dating each other. Why are we complaining about you driving a Porsche into the office while we are struggling with our Camry into the office? I'm like, dude, you have to understand, I work hard. You have to work hard and I'll reward you. But like, there are even times where we've given employees like, hey, here is a gift every month because you reach our goal, right? But even then, they would complain. And this is what I don't like about that. And so you know why I go back to affiliate marketing. Because I just got to be who I am and just buy media because I'm good at that, right?
Well, and that's why it's great that you're the author of this book. Because that's what I was trying to say before. It's like, going back to Jesse Isler. You've been doing this a while. He did a lot. Like he's got the blueprint, right? For him, he can run a business. That's his. It's about people staying in their lanes, right? This is your lane. You get this lane. You've been involved. You did different verticals, different product, e-com, lead gen, everything. We'll talk more about that. But that's the beauty of this book. It's not about. It's also about, you know, the ups and downs. Everything goes like this. Is a fucking crazy industry, man. I mean, hey, bro, the ups are like this. You think you're invincible. I was there a couple years ago. I spoke about it in Puerto Rico. I broke that whole shit down, man. Then I talked about the fucking downs, man. It's like. It's crazy.
Part about the industry, and I talked about it at Affiliate World last year in Bangkok about depression. I talked about it at the Affiliate Business Club about depression in the affiliate industry, right? And for me, I've been in depression industry twice, right? And I think nobody talks about these downs. Everybody talks about these highs. Motherfucker, I'm doing $10 million a month, blah, blah, blah. But nobody tells you like, dude, Dave, I got $400 in the bank. Can you spare me like at least $1,000 so I can try to set up a campaign and flip that? Nobody talks about that, right? I'm the only person, I believe, so far, right, that I talk about the down from the industry because it is so bad. Because for me, it happened to me twice. All right, I bought a house. Dude, I remember the peak times in affiliate marketing back in 2009, 2010. I bought a house because every affiliate was buying a house at that time. Every affiliate was buying a house. I'm like, you know what? I can buy a house. I'm the fucking boss. You know what I mean? I could buy a house. I bought a house. Literally 6 months later, I got depressed because I'm like, fuck, I can't pay this fucking mortgage. What the fuck I gotta do?
Then you're a slave to the fucking house. Yeah, and that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's something about this. But then again, back in the day, nobody really educated me on the financial stuff, right? Now every affiliate or every entrepreneur or every newbie had access to financial information through the internet, which is amazing. I wish I had that, right? I didn't. That's the reason why I went through that period of my lifetime, you know? So.
There's a new endeavor called Roofs in the Box. It's just, man, from day one, it's taken off.
When I first started getting into the roofing industry, what was happening was my fixed costs were always there. And so for me, I was looking at how can we kind of, one, save on these costs, and then two, how do I not lay people off during down times? But also maybe even the ability to pocket more money during the slow season or even the peak season. Since we've done this before, like with our lead gen companies where we have virtual staffing and from Argentina or Colombia, I'm like, why don't we do the same thing in the construction business? Now, once we figured it out, we reduced their fixed cost by 70%. And so now during the downtime, they have real seasoned veteran type of players. But during the uptime, they pocket 70% of their operational costs are now going back in their pocket. And then when it's time to scale, they have the back end prepared, already ready to go to help them like lift off. Depending on what state you're in, you're averaging about 12.5% on what you pay out on taxes, insurance, all the different insurances that you have to pay out, right? So yeah, you don't have to pay out unemployment, you don't have to pay out FICA insurance, Medicare, Social Security, the things that business owners have to eat.
Roofs in the Box is not just limited to roofing or home improvement companies.
You can use it for any services, right? You can use it for IT. We use them internally for data sales, for hygiene, for analytics. It doesn't even matter what the vertical is.
Like business in the box at the end of the day.
Pretty much, yeah.
But it's great that you're talking about it because it's true. It fucking happens, man, and it sucks when it happens. But you got to if you can get out of that, right? Then you can you come across a stronger person. It's like you've been through you got another war score, battle score, and you're tougher, right? You build something else, and I think that's you got to be ready for that. And James Van Elster, do you see his speech? He gave a great talk on it.
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't see all of it.
He was talking about this industry is so amazing. And I've been through my ups and downs. We started Crush Solar in 2016. It was great. Then
Dude, I remember you telling me personally like certain stories, and they're like, oh my god,
it was insane. Like, and back then, like there was meat on the bone where you could make good money. Your advertisers, everybody was winning. Then every year it became tighter and tighter and tighter. Right? He eventually got out of it. I kept going, and I broke it down. Like I'm gonna go to January. This shit's dead in January.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. But the point is that I got other stuff going on. But the point is like, then when you're like this, you think that it's gonna keep going, but it's not.
He thinks forever.
Yeah, the campaign lasts forever, bro.
No,
That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody over here yesterday, like, and he's only been a month in space, and he's like, I'm killing auto insurance. This is forever money. I just looked at him like, dude, this industry has no forever money. There's no such thing forever money, right? I thought that back in the day, like the best example I can give to that your person yesterday was like, when an NFL player gets signed on a contract, you get $10 million immediately, right? I felt like I was getting like $1 million every month. And I'm like, dude, this money's forever. Like, dude, I'm good, right? If I slack, there's still going to be 850,000, whatever. Nope, motherfucker, that shit hit me hard as cone. Life provided me some life lessons, and he told me like, money's not forever. And that was my first depression where I learned like, holy shit, I'm not financially educated, right? And I believe back in the day, there was no financial education back in the day where you have now, right? Because back in the day, I was greedy. Like I would be the type of guy that would go to the club and be like, oh, that table's occupied. How much more money do I need to pay to get this people at this fucking table that I want, right? Now it was me back in the day, right? But now I'm more calmer and more educated, and I know that my money might be up and down, right? So I'm more understandable of the scenarios versus back in the day where I assume this money is forever, right? Oh, good.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword because you don't have a scarcity mindset, right? But you also got to be mindful as well that, hey, so I mean, I guess, I don't know if you talk about it in the book, but how do you manage that, right? Because that the thing with me, like I'm exuberant, man, and I love to show people good times. And
yeah,
there's been fucking times, man, I don't even want to tell you. I'm in New York. I'm like that whole fucking people are outside. Yo, you gotta wait, come to my table. I gotta give me another table, and then I fucking pay for the bill. Like, what the fuck just happened here? And next day you're working more, but everyone had a good time. Usually I get a good ROI, but there's been times where I'm like, what? It was so unnecessary. But how do you? Because I don't want to have a scarcity mindset where I'm thinking, whoa, but I also don't want to be a fucking spendthrift and just blow through everything. Like, where's that fucking fine line, man?
I think as I'm older now, I'm reaching like 120 years old, Yeah, right. Where I'm like, you know what? When I was younger, I was that scenario. Like, dude, every guy that is telling me he's making $1 million a month, like, I want to try to figure it out. But I think there's a factor that you have to allow yourself to say no. Like, dude, I can't handle this. I need. What is my time concept and productivity, right? It's an important question. You have to ask yourself, right? But also you have to figure out how to filter certain people. Like there's certain things in the book where I talk about how to look at mathematics and how to look at questions that you can ask somebody. Like I can talk to somebody in this conference right now, and I can be like, oh, he's doing X amount of volume, blah, blah, blah. I'll ask him a certain question, and for some reason, like that math does not make sense in my head. He must be falsifying.
And you can tell right away, right? Within seconds.
I can tell within seconds, right? Maybe I'll ask a secondary question or a third question just to validate. Because I'm like, oh, he's borderline. He's touching that break-even point. Let me ask a secondary question to follow up with that, right? But then I can literally tell, like, dude, this guy's full of shit. And I think once you understand the math, the RPCs, EPCs, CTRs, LPCTR, those things, those numbers, you can ask a certain question to somebody like, oh, this guy's just bullshitting me right now, and I don't want to work with that guy. And it's the reason why, like, your Colombiacon, like, You talk about millions of dollars, bro. And these guys are like, and I'm astonished. I'm like, dude, this guy knows who the fuck what they're talking about. All right, and that's the differential where certain conferences, like, I don't want to say conference name, but certain conferences, they'll be like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. But then you ask one or two questions, you're like, no way. Yeah. Impossible. That's impossible. If your CPA is this, how are you going to get an EPC of that? Or, you know, I mean, if you're an average CTR of this, I'm getting CTR of this. Right, it's crazy.
It doesn't make sense. Like you've been on the inside. You get it. You've seen both sides, and you know the math makes sense for that.
Well, there's a huge portion of the book that a lot of people enjoy, right? So in the book, there's a lot of mathematical scenarios where I talk about, hey, your LP CTR might be this, that's scenario 1, but there's a possibility of scenario 2, if your LP CTR of like X percentage, but your EPCs on his offer with this, right? But in scenario 3, we took like, okay, what is that EPC? Is because of the payout and the conversion rate and what was that? Well, you gotta look at the false order. The broader picture is people just look at conversions. For me, as I'm gonna be a little stereotypical here, I'm a little Asian. Yeah, so my math is pretty fucking good.
What is your background, by the way? I would think
Hey, I'm Dominican, not Filipino.
I thought you're half. No, you're Filipino, 100%.
Yeah.
I just thought you were half Hispanic, half Asian, man. But you're Filipino.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
The funny part, you know what? I actually appreciate saying this because there's another Filipino marketer here that hit me up yesterday. He came to me, he's like, yo, I bought your books. I love what you're doing. And I appreciate that you're inspiring Filipinos like me to get in this space. I'm like, that's
Bro, it's not a little big, man. Yeah.
And I really never saw that because I'm like, I always generalize. I'm an American. Yeah, I'm American at heart. But when somebody talks to me like, dude, there's not a lot of Filipinos in this space. There isn't, right? There's less than 0.01% in this space. I mean, I can literally tell you 5 Filipinos in Miami.
Yeah.
Right. And for that person that came up to me yesterday, like, yo, shout out to you. You know who you are. All right. I'm just gonna say that, and I appreciate that. Like, he would like, yo, I'm in this space because of you being Filipino.
Oh, they hell, it works, bro. First of all, shout out to Filipino weddings. Filipinos know how to throw a fucking wedding, bro. Palisades Park, New Jersey, man. Palisades Park, New Jersey. Shout out, man. Anyway, you know what's up. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that going back to what you were saying, you know, because some people don't know what the fuck I am. When I was young, people thought all the time, my mom's Venezuelan, my dad's Polish, is my last name. So like, but I've had people like in South America, like they see my shows and like, I inspire them, man, because I got Latino blood, and it makes you feel good when you hear that. I got a buddy of mine, Sebastian. He's from a fucking town, Pereira, Colombia. It's a mini Medellin there.
Small.
He moved to Medellin. He's doing good. I'm running. Yeah, it's just south, 30 minutes outside of Colombia. I'm doing some campaigns. So I'm gonna interview him a little later. He shot something out in his Instagram story yesterday in Spanish. Like, listen, a lot of Latinos, you guys don't know about this industry. This industry is amazing. We need more Latinos in this industry. You need more Filipinos in this industry, bro. The Filipino community, the Hispanic community, very underserved. You know how Spanish. We done some Spanish debt campaigns together.
Yeah,
we know how the fuck. The leads convert way better, man. So when you're targeting, I heard about Korean ones. I heard about you're in Brazil, Brazilian campaigns. Like, people are fucking they're missing the boat by not targeting these other communities, man. So we need more Filipino. We need more Brazilians. We need more fucking diversity.
Dude, I mean, I feel like Filipinos, the problem with Filipinos, and I don't want to say this really harshly, it's like, we're just so poor, we don't have money enough to invest, right? And the opportunity for a Filipino to have enough money to like have $100 is like, hey, I can risk this $100 and make it to 250, 175. That's amazing, right? And I love hearing this because, like, again, yesterday this kid just like he hit me in a different way. I don't know.
No, it's nice.
What it is, right?
I get it.
Right? Because I'm like, dude, I'm a very rational person. My parents raised me very, very rational. So when it's Filipino person, it's me like, dude, I bought your book. You inspired me, and now I'm making money. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, thank you. I'm like, good job, Ian. You know what I mean? Shit. You know? So, yeah, it's amazing. You know?
Yeah, it is, because you know what? That's the beauty of what we do online. The thing is that you have a presence, you have a voice in this industry, right? People, you got the book, and I think even before the book, people know who you are. You got credibility. You've been doing this so long that you got credibility. People will trust you. There's a trust factor.
Yeah.
If you told one of your friends, hey, don't do business with this guy, and I don't think you would only do that only if they really were assholes. I'm the same fucking way. And that's going to carry some weight, right?
Yeah.
So the point of what I'm trying to say is that you're in your lane, marketing, media buying, all this stuff. But when you hear that, it's like you're touching people from another world that touch their family.
Bro.
It's true. I had Manny Perez from Lee's Icon on the show, and bro, he gets so much love because he talk about being a Cuban American. He got some people coming with tears in his fucking eye. And
I gotta see the episode. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, it's very different. Like I've had these once in a while, right? But it's so amazing. Like, hey, you're a Filipino. Thank you. I'm like, what did I do? I bought your book, and you inspired me. Like, cool. But yesterday was very different because this kid was just very super sincere. His facial expression wasn't like, super hyped up. It was just like, a very shy kid. Like, well, I know you're Filipino.
Quite nervous to talk to you, man. Is that crazy? Yeah.
He was so great. And I tried to give him a book. And I go, I bought your book. That's the reason why I'm in this space. I'm like, wow. That's awesome.
Bro, we gotta get your books out to more Filipinos, man. We gotta do some campaign for this, man.
Well, I mean, I bought a couple of ads on like, some newsletters and stuff. So yeah, it's out there. Yeah.
That's all. No, that means a lot to me. And one reason we do the show is I like adding, and I get ideas. Talking to you, I already got great fucking ideas, man. And it's like, this is the part of it's a community, man. And then I can go all over the place now in our conversation, but I want to focus on your career, and then we'll talk about these other things. But what do you think is and you probably talking about book, what's the biggest mistakes new affiliate marketers do? Like when they get into industries that I have an idea, but I want to hear from you. What have you seen? What's the biggest mistake you made from your experience?
So I think the biggest mistake is assuming that you know one source and you can't transition, right? Like, for example, I know people that will only do Google, but can't transition to Facebook or can't transition to native, right? And it's a huge mistake. So my book is more like, here's the breakdown of how things are, right? If you understand the foundation of how numbers work, it doesn't matter if you're looking at CPM per keyword, total CPM, CPC, what is your landing page CTR, what should my base email submit need to be? What is my, any of those numbers, right? The biggest mistake I find affiliates do or newbies do is like, hey, it's impossible for me to transition, right? Because I remember back in the day that during the POF days, during the MySpace days, these guys are doing dating and they couldn't transition that skill set of marketing to Facebook, to Google, right? Or to native back in the day. And that's the sad part. Right, dude, you know the basics of marketing. You should understand the basic marketing to transition to another form of marketing, right? If you're so tunnel vision on just like POF and CPM versus keyword CPM, right? Oh, you just gotta understand how the keywords work per CPM versus CPM in general. Or if you're going from keyword CPM to total CPM, then you gotta focus CPM and then focus on CTRs and submission, and you have to use Google UTM tag. Back in the day, performance marketing was a very strategically one way. Now, if you didn't take that skill set, understand that environment of how that worked to now, then you're lost. And that's the biggest mistake. The other biggest mistake is like they assume like, hey, I need a higher payout, right? Higher payout doesn't mean nothing. Like, it's all about the EPC and conversion and all that. Or if you work with direct economics, it's about their CPA and their rev share, what is their CPA goal and all that. Like, it's a numbers game. If nobody understands how the numbers work, you're losing, in my opinion, right? Because I think that people say like, hey, my conversion rate is 30%. That's all they see. That's all they understand. But they should know like, oh, 10% is actually good because my actual CPA on a ROAS is actually X percentage, right? This is the biggest differential, in my opinion, not understanding the actual numbers.
Why do you think that happens though, man? And I tell you, like, I'm guilty of it too. I interviewed Ryan Ludlow for Newsbreak. I don't know if you use Newsbreak, but
no, I have Ryan Newsbreak for home service and that.
Yeah, it's funny. Like we're doing pretty well. I mean, top line wise, but it comes down to the fucking profit margins, right? And when James spoke, and because James and I crushed fucking solar for a while, and they get a year fucking margins keep going down, and that's the issue I'm seeing in home improvement. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, YouTube's twice as expensive it is for us to generate on Facebook, right? But we're not fucking like, we're in these two lanes, Instagram, but why the fuck aren't we doing anything on Newsbreak? I'm like, what? I know this guy, so I just, my media buyer hit him up. We're going on fucking Newsbreak now. But why do you, is it, for me, is because I'm just so used to, I'm so busy. Is that because we're fucking busy? But I'm really fucking busy.
You're a boss. You're a boss, right?
Yeah.
As a media buyer, I think it's very, very different. And the biggest mistake is that they don't understand the data points, right? For example, if you do like a survey correct, you should have to advertise, hey, I want to fire certain pixels on certain pages or certain offers. That feeds information to Facebook, right? Like I know that you can run auto insurance if you're directly with an advertiser, or if your network provides you the disposition report, they can give you this information and you can feed this pixel information to Facebook. Facebook then will allow itself to find the proper buyer, right? Or with native, like you can fire certain pixels. I talk about this at Geek Out. Yeah, I mean, Nick and James know this strategy I talk about. It's called pixel manipulation, all right? Pixel manipulation is all about firing falsified pixels. I love the white hat, right? But it's gray hat area, right?
Yeah, listen, you got to operate the gray sometimes, man.
But
We're all, DEI loves us.
ha. Yes, that was good. That was good. But falsifying pixels is all about trying to receive the proper data. For example, I'm doing calls with your network, right? We're doing solar, and the call is 1 to 120 seconds, but this guy connected and hang up on 118 seconds. I'm gonna fire that pixel at 118. Even though I know I get a conversion, I'm not gonna bait out, but I'm feeding that to Facebook. Facebook knows, holy shit, this guy is only 2 seconds away. I'm gonna give him more people that I might do 120 seconds, right? Or a lot of people will say like, hey, I want people that click to call. Like you can fire a pixel on your landing pages where if they click on the button, you can fire a Google GTM tag on when they click the call button. Then you target those people that are actually wanting the call. Or with Ringba, you can fire a pixel when they actually dial. When they dial, you fire that pixel and feed that to Facebook, right? This is their problem where a lot of folks, they don't understand the data points, right? People think like, hey, I'm so good, I want a one-to-one, but it's an Asian mathematics, right? You have to understand where is this data coming from? Where is the conversion come from? Okay, if they click on this button, should I feed more information to Facebook about the button click? Or should I feed the pixel more when I allow Ringba to fire me a pixel when the number is dialed? Is that information better than the button? You don't know. These are Tuftian things that people do not understand. They think everything is physical on landing pages. Sure, there's a lot of things in the back end. Like what's amazing about Ringba is like you can fire, hey, this person was on a call for 10 seconds. Fire this pixel. That 10 seconds might be a really, really good audience for a Facebook or a Google. And nobody thinks about that, right?
When I first heard of roofs in a box, I thought, no way could everything be combined in one platform, from your CRM to AI to even virtual assistant helping manage all these things together. It has completely changed my business, and I couldn't be where I'm at without it. So over the last 8 months or so, I've saved at least $1 million on what it would cost salary-wise to hire the engineer. I wouldn't have been able to do what I've done without roofs in a box, or be able to do what I am currently doing without roofs in a box. If you are looking to scale, get your business organized, or get it ready to sell, definitely want to give Roofs in a Box a call. They'll get everything tightened up, get you set up to do whatever you need to do for a fraction of the cost. Not everybody's got $1 million just laying around. Hire operations managers and have their own call center. So give Roofs in a Box a call, they'll get it taken care of.
But bro, I think that's the key, is that these are those subtle nuances. You know, I've been to Tony Robbins events many times. He talks about the story of this is a long time ago, man, but it talked about a plastic surgeon. There was this plastic surgeon that was considered the Michael Jordan, the best plastic surgeon in the world. And he was able to make the perfect fucking face. It's like a millimeter. It's this little subtle difference, but this plastic surgeon makes I don't know, $20 million a year versus a regular person surgeon that makes $1 million a year, right? He's 20x because it's those subtle nuances is what it comes out of. That's what I think you're talking about, because you just broke down all this different, there was 10 different points you talked about there, maybe more, I don't even know, but the point is that's that makes a difference, and that can make the difference between a campaign succeeding and failing. It could be that little fucking nuance, right?
Dude, the funny part that I talk in the book is like there's an example in the book where I had a neutral offer where I just increased a girl's eyes like a little bit bigger. I don't know, like more pixel, not pixelated, but bigger on a landing page. Revenue increased 2%.
Wow.
Just assuming.
But what gave you that idea? Like, why am I gonna do that?
So through our testing, we were reading about, okay, people associate with landing pages that they're actually looking at. There's a connection. It's a soul connection with your landing page, right? So we assumed, right, that hey, let's make the girl's eyes tilt to left or right, so they're looking at you on the landing page. When a person on the landing page is looking at you, for some reason there's a connection to the user. Right? And we read it somewhere, I forget where it was. So, but then we also read like, hey, for some reason, people with bigger eyes that you talk to in person, like there's a very different connection when you have to with the different conversation you have with a Chinese person versus an American person because the eye width, right? There's science study on this. So we did it on a landing page. Let's just increase your eyesight. Let's just make it oblivious, like huge. It wasn't obviously that like this, but it was just like, you know, diameter bigger. For some reason, it increased 2% in revenue. Why? Those small changes that people don't think about, that we see in psychological studies and people say about these things, make a huge difference, right? When I look at marketing, I'm not looking at marketing as like a performance. I'm looking at a psychological thing. Like, I encourage everybody to people watch because, like, why is that 50-year-old with a fucking 18-year-old Colombian? Why is she ordering cappuccino and he's ordering fucking Duplo espresso, right? Those things hit you in your head, right?
It's real shit.
Yeah, right?
It's real life, man.
That's how I look at marketing, brother. Yeah, like I'm not a very one lane. I look at things very psychological, scientifically, because there is science behind marketing.
No, there is, yeah.
Right?
Bro, this is fascinating, man. I mean, dude, it's amazing the shit that you're dropping here. This is fascinating, bro. I think you made me. I guess I'm getting so many ideas. You made me think about fucking. You see that Asian guy on? I saw it on Instagram. The guy's eyes were like that's his eyes. He had some software so you won't drive sleepy. It kept stopping him. It kept trying to bring his eyes bigger. Did you see that shit?
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy, man. But actually, that when James spoke, he talked. No, the reason why Nutra always does what Ozempic crushes is because no one's ever good looking enough. They're never rich enough. They're never this enough. And that's what it comes down to. Like, I could imagine in the Asian market that eye thing makes a lot of fucking sense. Make like a little tiny bit. This guy was like doing this to stop the fucking car from fucking, stopping on his ass, man. So he had to turn off that feature, man. But his eyes were, it's fucking, but it's all connected, man. It's all subconscious, man.
It's subconscious, I agree. The thing is, like, I definitely in the book talk about psychological stuff because there is psychological factors in marketing. Like, Cash for Titans is a very amazing book on psychological copy and all that. And I think I take it in a different level where I'm like, hey, if you're able to understand like stereotypical stuff and use that to your advantage or racism shit, right? It works to you, man, because that is what things work in advertising, even though it's very, very small. Like, sure, you shouldn't make fun of a guy like, oh, why is he attracted to these ex women with tiny Chinese eyes? Dude, it's okay, it's fine. But if you increase his eye size, that Chinese guy picking up all the girls in the club.
Yeah.
Right? It's a huge difference.
Subtle things.
It's subtle things, brother. Yeah, totally. And a lot of people don't think about these subtle things. They're like, yo, it must be my landing page. It must be my ad copy. Like, dude, maybe it's the color and font size. Dude, font sizes play this huge role. We did like 12.5 on our neutral over, and we went to 15. And it increased about, it wasn't that big. I think it was like only like 0.7 to 1%. It's new, right? But you're able to track that, right? Small thing that people don't think about is what I love about the industry because, and I'll always go back to affiliate marketing, right? Because it keeps me on my toes.
Oh, it does.
I'm not gonna brag. Like, I think I'm the fucking best in this space. You know what I mean? So versus, I don't know. Colombiacon does check The Colombiacon does check me.
The fucking guy that did 900 grand in one day, right? And I was like, man.
He checks me.
That motherfucker did not want to be on social media. I'm like, you motherfucker, but we'll get him.
Yeah.
But bro, let's go transition out of Colombiacon. I know I go there or Brazil. Let's go to Colombiacon for now. Then we'll go to Brazil. But bro, Colombiacon, right? You were at the first one. You were at the second one.
Yep.
And bro, the first one we did was like, all right, let's get a bunch of bad motherfuckers in this room. Whatever. We're not even charged this well. Can make this happen. See motherfuckers came. Bro, we had some bad. It was pretty cool, man. It was good.
I met like a Victor. I mean, there's some
Shout out Victor, big motherfucker.
yeah, easy to start shooting. Yeah, it's an amazing guy, bro. I met, like, I've been to Mastermind before, right? And it's cool, but for some reason, this one was like, oh, I kind of knew you through kind of this person, kind of that person. And now we're actually connecting, and I think that's the shoot different. Like, the night I just had dinner with Jay and Edric and just Columbia and Johan, our Colombiacon crew. Like, hey,
I wish I was there. Samara, like 8 of us were there.
This is, I think Colombiacon is very different in my opinion because we actually care about each other. Right? Like Jay or Edric or John, like, yo, I can't pay this or whatever. And we already know, like, okay, Ian makes some amount of money, John makes some amount of money, whoever makes some amount of money, David makes some amount of money. Okay, we have this vision in our head, like, okay, he's actually doing it. I can actually talk to this person, be like, hey, I'm losing $50K a day. And he's not gonna be like my friends back in the day, like, yeah, you gonna give me $50K, brother. Like, you're gonna spend that $50K in the club. Motherfucker, I'm not about that life. I'm trying to make some motherfucking money, motherfucker. Right? So I think that's the difference with, and I love a Colombiacon just because I had a relationship. Like, I can be like, dude, I'm poor today. And I'm like, don't worry, brother. Oh, it's cold last week. You know, that's the difference.
Oh, that's great. That's real talk, man.
You know what I mean, that's what I love about Colombiacon. Because, you know, these conferences, everybody talks to you about any numbers we were talking about earlier, like, hey, you can tell this motherfucker's lying because his fucking EPGs and CPAs doesn't match his fucking spend.
Yeah.
Right? With Colombiacon, he's got like you. Last week I was struggling. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I'm struggling too. And that's what I appreciate about your Colombiacon, in my opinion. Because it is super, super transparent, in my opinion. Right? In my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that I've been through so far.
No, and you know what I appreciate about you? And with this second one, the second one was like, the second one was a real test because that's where we had people pay to come, right?
Correct.
And like 40 people paid, and we undercharged. I think I tried to make it reasonable. We charged $1,000, and about 40 people came. We had a couple sponsors. We had a great, and boy, we took it to another level. We had this crazy mansion where they do reggaeton videos. Yeah, we had like, it was just. We took it to the next level. The next one we're gonna do, which will probably be in October, you're gonna fucking definitely be there.
I'll be there.
Bro, it's gonna be fucking next level. But what I liked about it, and what I appreciate you, and that's why I know you're a real person, that you gave me some real constructive criticism the first time and the second time.
Yeah.
And the shit that we will apply. And I value your feedback because you've been doing this for a long time. You got a good pulse on things. And like, Dave, it was great. The one thing I would do is this, and like,
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you some more about it.
and we'll do that because at the end of the day, it's your audience. You got to know your audience, right? But the point is that's why I appreciate you, man. And that's why I know that I wanted to bring you on the show for a long time. I'm glad we finally got to have it happen. I'm glad that you have the book out there because, guys, utilize people like Ian, man. Ian knows his shit. This isn't a fucking guy. He's not here, oh, I drive in a Lamborghini. He's talking real life. You follow his stories. He's in the fucking favelas in Brazil. He's talking to favelas. He'll be at a fucking mansion next day. He's a real life motherfucker. And to be a good marketer, you got to be, I feel like I'm a real life motherfucker. I could be in the fucking corner eating with a fucking homeless guy right now. I could be in a fucking eating caviar in a fucking private jet right next fucking hour. I'm still treating fucking people the same. That's how you know how to market. That's how you know how to sell. These are real fucking skills, man. So I'm glad you're on the show. But you tell me that, I'm like, yo, I appreciate it. Like, I wasn't like, I know you're coming from a good place. I know you're not like, hey, Dave, you're not looking to knock. You're looking like, let me help you out so we can grow together, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I love Colombia. The first Colombiacon, I fucking love.
Yeah,
that's why it's on you.
It was like a raw.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy, man.
I definitely loved them. Like, dude, I knew of these guys, but I wasn't able to shake their hand. I wasn't able to, like, hey, let's try to do some business together. But man, it was the first one, like, dude, like, I mean, X amount of money for the next one, like, whatever. I'll go to the next one, right? It's cool. Yeah, but it's very different. Like masterminds are very, very different. I mean, Geek Out is also very different. Mastermind or all these other ones like 100K Club and 50K Club, what the other ones are also very, very different. But what I like about our space, that I find that, hey, you're broke last week, let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have that in this space anywhere in this industry. Anywhere in
No,
you don't have anywhere else. You don't have that in the world, exactly, right? But that's what I like about Colombian classes.
Yeah. I love it. And with that being said, bro, Brazil, we're gonna do some shit in Brazil. We'll do Colombiacon 3, and then we'll mark my words, we'll have a fucking Brazil con going on. How's Brazil been for you? You seem like you love it. It seems like it's
Dude, I love
right?
it. Just because, dude, we're from New York, we're from New Jersey.
Yeah.
For me, Sao Paulo, I live in Sao Paulo, right? It's just like New York. La cultura mucho diferente, mucho importante, yeah, for me. But it's amazing. I love it. And that's why I love Brazil. Like, I went to Rio. I'm not a beach person. I'm not a nature guy.
Yeah.
I'm a city person. I love the hustle, right? So Sao Paulo for me is fucking amazing.
I love it, man. Guys, follow Ian's social media. We'll put links here. Yo, you know what? We want to have you speak at Colombiacon 3. Will you speak? You'll be a presenter there?
I don't speak anymore, brother. But yeah,
Come on, man. Give up shit. Motherfucker, yo, you better speak, motherfucker.
I don't speak
You're
that
gonna
much.
speak. You're gonna talk about, we're gonna drop some knowledge. Maybe we do an Instagram live where you talk about this shit with, bro, guys, you wanna learn about affiliate marketing. It's not all glitz and glamour, but if you stick around long enough, you could be more glitz than fucking and all this bullshit going on. Do an equally guided affiliate marketing. Pick up, where can they find it? Amazon or
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon.com. Pick this shit up, man. Ian Fernando, bro. This shit was phenomenal. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm ready to love you, bro. Let's fucking go. Yeah, the guy.
Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG Show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys with cash in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go.